What's up, YouTube? Mike from Mass here. Mass Aquariums. See if I can get to the chat here. Can never do that. Where are you at, yo? This. I'll do that. What's up, folks? Hey, look at this guy. ARD up super late. Otter Creek Aquatics. What's up, brother? How you doing? Dank Tanks. Yo, Jamie. Dank Tanks. Keith. Oh, what the crunk? Oh, that always does that. See if I can minimize this over here. Put that right there. That works. How's everybody doing tonight? Jeffrey, what's happening? Gail, how you doing? Cindy M, Ben, what's up, my man? It's what's tonight? Thirsty Thursday. Thursday night football. Night before the weekend hits us. Hey Josh, how you doing? Oh, thank you very much. What's up, David? Nice to meet you too, David. Nice to meet you too, Racing Natural Aquariums. It's so weird putting people's YouTube channels with their real name and their face. It's super difficult. It's almost like all the thumbnails of our pictures on should just be our face, so we all know who each other's are. What's happening, Clearwater? Manny, what's up? I, just like last year, did not shoot any footage of the Aquatic Experience. I was just busy at the booth and talking to people, and I see everybody walking around with their phones and their cameras shooting footage, and I didn't have it in me. Like, not like I didn't have the energy. I was just like, you know what? Like, I don't need to shoot footage. There's going to be tons of footage out there. Like, I just, as a YouTuber and a fish keeper, you'd think I'd want to shoot tons of stuff. I did take a lot of pictures because there was a lot of cool stuff. I took a lot of pictures with some friends that I met up. I took a lot of pictures of tanks that I thought were really cool. But I didn't take any film. So I figured let's jump on a live stream and night owls. That's how I roll. And we'll talk about Aquatic Experience and all other sorts of fishy stuff you guys want to talk about. Fish fam, what's up, fish fam? Anybody in the fish fam? I don't even have a wrench yet. No wrenches. It's Friday morning in Oak. Damn, Stealth. Oh yeah, it's true. Well, you're in Japan, so. Hey, Chris. Exactly. That's what I was doing, Ben. All weekend. My boy Mike is in the house of Green Oasis Farms. I met him for the first time at Aquatic Experience, so that was super fun because we've been chatting over the past couple months on an exciting new project we're going to be launching soon. I can't wait to tell you all about it. But I met Mike at the Aquatic Experience for the first time, which is weird because I was talking to Greg. Me and Greg see each other like all the time. And I'm like, how we know anything about these guys? We're going into business with these guys. We're launching something so exciting. I can't wait to tell you about it. I cannot spoiler alert. Sorry. But I'm like, we've never even met these guys. We don't know if they're like us or like, what. And then I meet Mike. I had a blast with Mike all weekend long. He's just a great guy, family man, just good dude. We had a bunch of laughs outside the Aquatic Experience. It was super funny. I can't wait to tell you about that story. I did a whole bit on it, me and Mike, as we're walking to this thing. I'll get into it in a little while, but Mike Eugenio from Green Oasis Farms is a great dude, and I was, more than happy to spend the weekend with him. He's just a really great guy. Go check out his YouTube channel as well. Mike Eugenio, Green Oasis Farms. Go look him up. These guys sell betta fish, plants, the works. And he's a really good dude, and I was really happy to meet him. I have this super funny story from me and Mike that I actually turned into even more funnier at when I was talking about it at work. It's really funny. So much fun. Typical where we went and what happened. But yeah, Mike's a great guy. Loved hanging out with him. I do it over and over again, no problem. Gabriella, what's up? Hola, Gabriella. I've recently subscribed to your channel, and I'm so glad I did. Your videos are full of great content. Well, thank you very much, Gabriella. What a beautiful name that is. I'm glad you subscribed to my channel. Hello, Pleco Whisper. How's everybody doing on this Thursday night? Like I said, just in case anybody is new to the live stream as of recent, hit that like button, share it around, and let's get a bunch of people talking about the aquatic experience. That's what I want to talk about because I'm a big ding dong, and I didn't take any film at all. I just was walking around, and I was just kind of enjoying looking at things and not have to have my phone out, taking pictures and shooting video. And I just wanted, like, I got the chance to talk to a lot of people, and we did a few selfies. I met some people that I've been friends with for a long time for the first time. I met some people, some new fans that watch my show, my channel. I met some people that I saw last year in Chicago, which was great. Really cool. Here's a wrench for you. What's up, River Life? What's up, Rack? How you doing? Oh, Gail got it. River Life, Rack, promised to bring me a Bud Light in a koozie, and he has yet to deliver. I was very, very disappointed in Rack, my boy Rack. I actually love to talk to this guy. Go check out his YouTube channel too, River Life. He does a lot of fish stuff. He recently has this series. He went to Alaska, which is super awesome. I love watching that one. He's a good dude. As far as I know, I mean, he could, hide squirrels that he taxidermied in his attic. I don't know, but I think he's a good guy. Just bust on your rack. Next time you see me, you better have a Bud Light and a koozie, or I am gonna be seriously rip shit. Vince, if you're talking to me, I am never buying a lizard. No lizards in this house. No frogs. They would escape, or my kids would let them out, and that would not be good. Dilly dilly, dilly dilly rack. The first dilly dilly of the live stream. Dilly dilly. Thank you, Taylor. Yeah, Rack's a great guy. Dilly dilly Manny. Manny Blunts. I like that name. I don't know about the one. Is it because there's already another Manny Blunts? So you have to be Manny Blunts 1, or are you Manny Blunts the first? And like your kid will be like Little Pinner Jr. or something like that. Yes, you do, Rack. This is like, you have no choice. Now you have to bring me 30 pack. Never mind one beer. Dilly dilly, Raccoon Julius. Oh, Vince is drinking bourbon, watching the game. Thursday night football, I'm thinking, because there's no Red Sox on tonight. We could be watching Bruins. I don't know, are the Celtics on tonight? I always have football on. I love football. Yeah, send Rack to the pit of despair. He brought me. Well, he did bring me a nice River Life sticker that I have on my sweatshirt. I still like that. I wore that all weekend. Manny Blunts is the OG blunt, the OG blunt master. OG blunt master. I just did a huge water change on my 135 gallon SC aquarium that was supposed to be a reef, was originally sponsored to be a reef, and I just didn't want to do it. I wanted to do freshwater and concentrate on a hardscape and have top plants in the pot. Like, I had the whole thing planned out, and then I just had to pull the trigger. And me and Greg built a stand and put it up, and lo and behold, I love it. I think it's friggin' awesome. It's sort of it is a blackwater South American scape, but it was everything. You know how most tanks you set up, like, things happen by accident? You're like, wow, that actually works. This was legit. Everything I drew on paper, everything about the tank, it happened, and it was just really cool, because basically none of my tanks for the last 30 years, maybe like one or two of them, have come out like that. Most of them are just like, I started off knowing what I wanted to do, and then it moves in a different direction, and then all of a sudden it's this or it's that. But this tank was exactly what I wanted it to be from the start, and it freaking love that tank. I'm gonna dilly myself to that tank. Dilly 135. And Rack must hopefully have a beer in front of himself. That would be sweet. When Mike comes back, or if he's still watching, Mike, just give me a little comment. I want to tell this funny story about one of my experiences in New Jersey that had nothing to do with inside the aquatic experience, but what happened outside the aquatic experience, and it was hilarious. But while in the aquatic experience, okay, Mike's here, so I'm going to tell this story, and then I'll talk about all the people I met and how much fun. So everybody busts my balls all the time about my accent, my Boston accent. You know, it is what it is. This is how I talk. I don't hear it any other way. I can't help it. So it's funny when you go to different parts of the country and you think you're going to hear something, or then it actually is like it is. And so one night we went to Houlihan's, and you have to leave your credit card. You know, I started a tab and I forgot my credit card there. We just left, nice little Irish goodbye, rolled out, and I left my credit card there. The next day, I was thinking I'd just call him and just tell him to cut it up. But Greg's like, you got to go get it. And Mike, he's an awesome dude. He's like, I'll walk with you. Let's just go get it. Let's just go walk there and get it. So we went to Houlihan's at night. It's dark. I'm not from around there. Nobody knows where we're going. So we have no clue. So Mike's like, do we walk out this way or this way? Mike's like, this is Mike Eugenio says, I think we should walk out this way. So we walk out this way in the front. I see a security guard, and it's the same girl, same old black chick that's been ripping butts the entire time of the whole show. She's like, oh, I don't know. Go ask her. She's lived here her whole life. Now, her name's Mary. She's got to be like 60s. And if you're watching Mary, I'm sorry if you're younger, but you're like, like my mom's age, like in her 60s. And I'm like, she got the name tag, the black skirt on, like if she's doing a catering job or something. And I'm like, hey, Mary, I need to go to Houlihan's. Can you tell me how to get there? So just like you would typically see in New York, or you would think about it, it happened. And me and Mike looked at each other, and then we were cracking up the whole way. She's like, okay, all right, you see that bank over there? Yeah, over there. You want to take a left. After you take the left, you want to go under the parking garage. This is an important matter. You go under the parking garage. You're going to go to Chili's. Forget about it. You're there. Boom. And I'm like, no, Mary, I need to go to Houlihan's because that's where I left my credit card. Nah. You want to go to Chili's if you need a credit card. Trust me. Forget about it. I'm like, no, I don't need a credit card. I left a credit card. I want to go to Houlihan's. Can you show me how to get to Houlihan's? This is the way I need to go. Over here in this general direction. She's like, no. No, you don't need credit cards at Houlihan's. You want to go to Chili's. Trust me. Forget about it. It's all over. Forget about it. Hit the left, underneath the thing. Boom. Job done. So me and Mike are cracking up this whole time. She did give us perfect directions to Houlihan's, but it was just like we're walking into the parking garage. We're waiting for like friggin' Joe Pesci to come out and like slam us in the head and make sure our wallets are empty, because that's how Mary talked, and she was super nice, but it was just how I pictured it. Maybe just how you picture someone, coming up to Boston and talking or whatever, but it was hilarious. I've talked about that over, and I'm going to name one of my betas, which now I'm obsessed with thanks to Mike. I will talk about that also. What's up, Pamela? Hey, Keeping Monsters. The party's in the house. Oh, we have the same laundry basket. What's up, Rico? How's that planted tank going? I got another wrench. Rico's in the house. Go check out his channel, Rico's Aquariums. Just set up a new planted tank. Was super funny. Me and Mike were like, cause she was just like, over here, yo, take a left. Yeah, this is an important part. What's your name? Your name is now Robert McDougal. No, I'm Mike, Mary. This is Mike. No. Your name's Dick McDougal. Trust me. This is the card you want to go. You want to go to Chili's. Forget about it. I'll hook you up. Very important part of this. Do not go to the front door. you must go to the back and give 3.5 knocks. Now, the last person that went to the front, forget about it. I don't know. I haven't seen him. I don't know if you've seen him. I haven't seen him. What's your name? Richard McDougal. Yeah, Mr. Dick McDougal. Nice to meet you. Chili's to the left. Trust me, back door. Forget about it. That was the whole thing, over and over and over again. Mary from the block. It was, to say the least, probably one of the best parts of the weekend, talking to Mary and having her give me directions. I loved it. My angelfish just started laying eggs, but within 2 days, the eggs start to get white. What do I do? I have, actually, I was just talking to Rico about this the other night. I really don't have any success with breeding. They breed by accident. Sometimes they breed on, you get a male and a female, so you're assuming that's going to happen. But most of the time, you have to remove the female because the male is going to guard the eggs and make sure they live, and the female is most likely going to eat the eggs. And not to mention, if you have a bunch of other stuff in the tank that could eat the eggs as well. But I have fish lay eggs all the time, and then you just let nature take its course. Thank you, Rich. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. Only me and Mike know the real story because we were there and we were walking through it, and it was funny, and how we talked about it and how I talked about it at work. It was one of those moments you'll never forget in life. But I got to meet my boy D from Brooklyn. Go check out his channel. I've been friends with him for a long time. I finally got to meet him, even though we're only like 3 hours away. And he busts up to Mohegan, and I'm only 45 minutes away from Mohegan, so we can meet anytime. It's not like we have to fly across the country. Hey, Lisa. Thanks for coming. What's up, Yellow Rising? Getting old. I need to put my glasses on. D is such a good guy. I felt bad because we were going to get beers, and he's like, "Oh, let me get him. You're in my town. I'll get him." I was like, "Okay." And I was at Jamie, Rico's wife, and I order 2 Coronas for myself, and she's like, "I'm gonna have a Corona. I want 2 Coronas, one unopened, but they had already opened one. So we had, I don't know, I think 5 Coronas, and it was like $47. And I was like, "You sure you want to buy us beers in your hood, D? Because for less than a 6-pack, you just threw down a 50 spot." But he was a trooper, paid for the beers, had a great time. Saw D, saw Rico's wife, Jamie. I got to see Rachel. Hung out with Sean and Mike and Greg all weekend. Steve Poland I met for the first time. We have a lot in common. It was just a really awesome time. Hey, Armando. I'm sure Rico is talking to Lisa and not me. Rico's wife was not going when I had seen her. I don't read that. Can't do it. Gotta delete it. Anyway, it was seriously a blast. One of my favorite nights, even though listen, folks. Anybody who knows me, that is my friend, like around here, and now you know me otherwise. I am known for the Irish goodbye. I do not like. My wife will spend 3 hours, like if we're let's say we're at like a Christmas dinner or whatever, and like it's time to leave and the kids are in the ready to go, like I'm just like grab the kids and I go. It takes my wife like an hour to say goodbye to everybody. I'm like, boom, I'm out. I just spent 19 hours with you. Let's go. So we were at Houlihan's one night drinking, having a good time, and I don't know what I don't even know what happened. I was just at the table, and all of a sudden it was time to leave, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Well, and I just left because that's how I leave. You just leave instead of go. We're gonna see each other. There's no need to. That's how I leave. So I apologize to anybody that took offense to that Irish goodbye. That's how I roll. But we had a blast. Jamie, Rico, Rachel's buddy Ricky, Steve Poland, Sean, me, Greg, Mike. we just hung out at the table outside and chilled. It was super awesome. Oh, what fish are we talking about to stop fighting? 'Cause that'd be sweet. We did okay this year. I thought it was a lot less busy than Chicago, but I guess since it's the first year there, that it's expected to be slow, is what I'm hearing. What's up, Marine Tank? Peace. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, you should go, Otter Creek. Mike A says go Chiefs. I'm assuming, well, I'm not assuming, but I'm betting AFC Championship is Pats Chiefs. I mean, Chiefs, they are frigging nasty right now. I mean, they're just like the Pats right now. They have a shit defense and they can put up a ton of points. So put those two together. So if either one of those teams gets their defense in check, I don't know. Mike A, is Barry back yet, or is he still out? Hey, Jamie. Is that? Oh my God, it's so tiny. I can't tell if Jamie, is that you? Or is that just some other random Jamie that I have no clue who it is that's waving and cheersing me? I don't like bow front tanks at all. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I bet Mr. Mustard Seed misses me. All right, later, Mike. Okay, yes, that's Jamie. I knew the face was pretty, but it's like like on my screen, it's like smaller than like a needle's head. Cheers, Jamie. It was so nice to see you. Did you enjoy those nachos, by the way? Yeah, so Mr. Greg's talking about Mr. Mustard Seed, or AKA Mr. Seed. Um, Mike brought these amazing betas, and they were like not really colored at all. Um, we had four. We had three on display. One of them was so gorgeous, and he was like, these are the ones they'll sell at, you know, your local fish store. These aren't the ones you're getting online. I was wow, because that one's beautiful, and these two are kind of like meh, kind of like ugly. He's like, oh no, these are like definitely wanted. These are like in high demand. These are called mustard gas betas, and I'm like, well, they look like fucking shit. But we had just got there. Then a couple hours go by, and they're starting to color. Then like a day goes by when we come back the next day after we set up, and they're like absolutely gorgeous. Then like 6 hours from then, they're like even more beautiful, and I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And then I become fascinated with betas. Now, as a fish keeper for 30 years, I should know that fish usually, when shipped or travel, like lose their color, and then they color up when they're happy and they have their environment, and so on and so forth. And just over the days, they started just absolutely looking beautiful. So I thought they were called mustard seeds for some reason. So that's what I started calling them. Mike explained so much stuff about betas to me, which was fascinating because I never knew literally one thing that he was talking about betas, which I love learning about fish and knowing like all the stuff that he taught me. It was like a beta smash for dummies college class this whole weekend. It was absolutely awesome. So now I'm obsessed with betas. So there's going to be a lot of beta things happening in the Mass Aquariums household. I have a fluval spec coming, 5-gallon fluval spec. I've got a few things that I've bought at Home Depot and like Joann Fabrics, or like an AC Moore, like one of those places. Greg's going to come by with a ton of different aquascaping supplies that you can get at My Aquarium Box. Shop.myaquariumbox.com. We've got all sorts of stones and driftwoods and basically whatever you need, and we'll ship it out, and Greg will hook you up. So now that I'm fascinated with betas, I'm going to be getting into the beta game. I had them as a kid, didn't know anything about him really. Jamie, it is so nice to see you. I had the most fun talking to Jamie at the Aquatic Experience. While brief, it was the most fun. And she buys good cologne for Rico. She's got to send me some of that. So my wife's like, oh, wow, that is some nice cologne. Because even I thought it was smelling sweet. Yeah, so I'm going to be starting in on the beta game. Hopefully, I'm going to get them from my boys now. But Mike was at the show from Green Oasis Farms because we've band together for a little business venture that I cannot wait to announce pretty soon, folks. But I can't spill the beans until we've got it just nailed down. You know what I mean? Dilly dilly, Jamie. Love you guys. Hope the kid. Oh, Rico forgot his shirt for your middle one, the baby boy. Then we get to hang with Sean. Peck Tech. I'm sure everybody knows Peck Tech. So I'm not a big fan of like crowds and cities and like I'll go to the city, I'll go into New York or whatever. It's not like my favorite thing to do, but like when I'm going out to dinner, I just want to, and this has nothing to do with like the people there or anything. Like if I'm going out to dinner, I'd like to like have dinner with like and talk to the people around me as opposed to like this giant dinner with like 60, 70 people where like you just can't even focus and it's just like, I'd like to just go out to dinner. That's what I prefer. So we all went out to dinner and instead of going out for the most part, we went out back to the hotel, excuse me, and played this game that Sean brought called Trash Pandas. Now, I didn't even know what a trash panda was. Apparently, it's a raccoon. That's what you call a trash panda. So he teaches me the game. It took me about, I don't know, an hour to 2 hours to grasp what the hell was going on with the dice and the cards and this and that. So I think I'm like the man. I finally beat Sean. So we played 3 games. The first game legit was probably an hour and a half, even though it should have took like 10 minutes. But eventually I beat him. So I beat him once. He beats me twice. So then I'm talking shit to Greg the next day because Greg's Mr. Smarty Pants that thinks he's going to, just figure out the game in 2 seconds and kill me. So then the next night, me, Sean, Mike, and Greg play. Oh, what was that weird thing? That was funny. Trash Pandas, and Greg's personal mission is to destroy me in Trash Pandas. He doesn't care about anything besides destroying me. Whether it's Mike, Sean, they're playing good cards, he can play off those cards, doesn't matter, as long as I'm losing. And he did kill me. But, also, him and Mike learned the game in about 3 minutes. It took me a good 2 hours. Now, I'm very smart, but it took me close to 2 hours to figure out what's going on. So I'm like laughing. I'm like drinking beers. I'm like, I'm going to friggin' blow these guys away. I'm like, wink, wink, Sean. Oh, yeah, Trash Pandas. And then Mike and Greg get it in like 3 minutes. And they're like, okay, I'm going to do this, Nanners. And I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do this. Boom. Haha. EAD. You just lost that round. And I'm like, what's happening here? Literally, why is this happening to me? I know the game. These guys are not supposed to get it. I should be beating these guys like 15 times in a row before they even have a chance to know what's going on. Well, that didn't happen. But I did win one of those games too. So technically, I'm the Trash Panda champion, and that's in Sean's video because I won the most games. So you guys all can eat a Trash Panda. And that was the Trash Panda story. I've got a lot of stories to tell. I'd hate to tell them all, but that was another story that happened. Lots of great people at Aquatic Experience. If anything, if you're a business owner, yes, Greg, you didn't invent the shiny fish maneuver, but you're not the best player ever. And guess what? Sean gave me trash pandas, which is in the kitchen right now. So now we may have to play to see who breaks down the boxes and takes them out to the trash. Maybe we'll do a little gambling with trash pandas and see a one-on-one how good you are when you can't try to out trick everybody else. Don't get me started. What the hell was I just talking about? If this event in Niagara in March. We made that trip last year. Me, my wife, my cousins and their husband and his wife went to Niagara. It's about 6.5, 7 hours. 7 hours. Not too bad. Oh yeah, if anything, to go to one of these big fish shows. If you're a business, you're going there because you want to make some connections, talk to people, get your product out there, let them know how awesome it is. But really, like, there's tons of YouTubers there. Like, I met and please don't take offense if I say any names wrong. It's just because I have a million trillion things going on in my mind at any second. And it's not because I'm not sincere about it. Q Aquatics, or yeah, but it's spelled QUE. I think Aquatics. I don't know. She was a great lady, and her friend with the friggin' tinfoil hat on, she was super funny. You just meet like real regular people there. I met a bunch of people that have their tanks set up after my old 75. That was awesome. And they just went through the whole thing, like videos that I barely remember. They're just like, and I watched this video, and that's what I did over here, and then I watched this video, and that's what I did over here. It was really cool. If anything, meeting the fans is pretty fun. Yeah, see, Rico goes because he loves meeting everyone. But so I might seem like when I talk to you that I'm very comfortable, but like the crowds and a lot of people, it's not my thing at all. Rico is like, it comes natural to him talking to everybody. And even if you think it comes natural to me, it's not like, I'm trying to be as sincere as possible, but just the amount of people I do not like. I mean, I'm not. Greg always calls me a hermit. Like, I'm not like that. It's just, you know, there's people everywhere. It's tough to be, uh, like, you want to talk to one person and then someone comes by and you kind of just want to be like with your kids, like, I'm having a conversation with my friend here, Rico. Like, can you just leave me alone? But I don't have the ability to multitask like that when it comes to people. Rico does. He can talk to everybody. In fact, he's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? Have you ever heard of my Aquarium Box? No? Come right over here. Talk to Mike." And then he rolls out, and I'm like, "Oh, thanks for that setup. I wasn't prepared for that. Let me get my chapstick. Let me chug a bottle of water." But it was fun. Um, as long as it's that close, I can see myself and Greg continually going to it. But if it moves far away, it'll be a stretch to drive there or get a booth for something that's very far away. Like, if it goes back to Chicago, I can see us flying there for the weekend, but I won't. I will not be driving to Chicago or California or Texas or any place that's that far away to set up a booth for the weekend. It's just so much work. And that's a ton of work for me for the weekend. Greg works on it for months and months and months. Like, the stress that Greg goes through is definitely not worth it. Yes, the Boston Convention Center would be sweet. Yeah, it was. So Rack says that Secaucus, New Jersey was great. Everything within walking distance, clean and safe. While I do agree that it was clean and safe and that everything was in walking distance, every single server was absolutely miserable. Miserable. From the people at the concession stand to the people at the restaurants, everybody was just like felt like they hated being where they were at that moment all the time. Racing says 5 years in New Jersey. When's my next collab video? I just need someone to collab with. So whoever wants to collab, I can do a Q&A or whatever. What time we got? Oh, it's now only 9:20. 10:20, sorry. There's Lisa. Awesome wrench. Dropping shop.my aquarium box links. She rules. I get to follow Lisa on Instagram and Facebook, or one of the two, or both of the two. So it's nice, like, to see like fish stuff, but then like you get to see like, their kids doing this, or like, that they're normal people. That's the best thing about the community is, you want to get to know people, and then when you see like some of their regular life, it, is comforting. Huckleberry's all curled up in a giant 100-pound ball. He thinks he's curling up small, but he's not. Um, yeah, I love the fact that it was like 3.5, 4 hours away. The trip there was like a second. Me, Greg, and Sean talked the whole way, and like it felt like it took like 5 seconds. Then the way home, we hit some traffic, but then me and Greg drove the whole way. We just flew right through it. River Life Rack is giving away my Aquarium Box autographed by myself and Greg. So I don't know if you're just doing that or you got the video out, but go check out River Life's YouTube channel, and you can win a My Aquarium Box that I and Greg have autographed. Does anyone use house cartridge filters to dechlorinate for water changes? Whole house cartridge filters. Is that like one that's on the line as it come in the house, or is that like one of those Brita ones that is attached to your like tap in the sink in the kitchen, or what are you talking about? Because I'm interested in what you're talking. Comment on the live unboxing. When's the live unboxing? I take it has not happened. Is this the October box next month? Come on, Rack. Now I want to know. All right, well, wait while Rack. Oh, Huck, chill out, buddy. While Rack explains his thing. So this tank behind me, which has like at least 20 different plants, and they're all thriving. They're all doing great. Just my Aquarium Box root tabs and CO2 and light. I rarely do water changes. The tank is self-sustaining pretty much. It will be coming down eventually. Now, I know I've said this in the past, but after Thanksgiving, so we host Thanksgiving in the new house since we got now we can fit people. We host like 50 or 60 people, all family. And when we moved in, like this room in the house, it's like, that second living room or whatever has white carpet for some reason. So after this Thanksgiving, we are going to replace the carpet to something more, either the hardwoods or something more kid friendly and dog friendly. And the only thing in this room that can't be moved is the tank, because it's 40 gallons of water. So that's like friggin' 400, 500 pounds or whatever. So I am going to drain the tank, put the fish in my big 135. I don't know what I'll do with the plants. Maybe I'll set up a tank real quick, like something like a 20. Huck, sit. Set up some sort of tank to house the plants, because I'll have the light and everything they need, but tank's gotta get off the floor so that the carpet can come in, and then I might try to set up. I've always wanted to do like some sort of carpet, and like a simple scape, but I always end up going towards jungle because I just love when plants grow and watching them thrive. But I might do some like serious, like, aqua soil packed with nutrients, carpet it, maybe not even a whole lot of, no driftwood, maybe not a whole lot of stone, and just like focus on some schools of fish. You just go through like what you want to do, and I always like to try new stuff. But we'll see after Thanksgiving what happens. Always busy, busy, busy. I got the that fluval speck coming in that I can't wait to scape and get running and put Mr. Mustard seed in. Where are you from, Marine Tank Journey? All right, stop, Huckleberry. Stop. Huck's being annoying. He missed me. Lisa wants to upgrade her saltwater tank. To what? What to what? Greg, I do not know where it's going yet. I want to put it on my bureau in my room because my wife has like the walk-in closet, and then she has, and this walk-in closet's like huge. It's like a bedroom. And then she has that cedar closet with all her sweaters or whatever. She has a giant bureau. Like all I have is like this thing. And even her jewelry's on that top of that thing. So I want to put it right there in my room because I want to go upstairs. Like a lot of my tanks, I don't get to enjoy all the time. If I'm in the basement working, I get to look at the tanks. If I'm up here doing stuff, I get to look at the tank like behind me. Or if like it's a nice like relaxing day, I can come in this part of the house and sit in my recliner and just stare at the tank for a while. But it's pretty funny because that actually never happens. So I want to put the spec on my bureau in my room, light it up, and I can look at it at night, like while I'm watching TV, getting ready to go to bed, and actually see a gorgeous little, like, 5-gallon tank. It looks great online. I looked at a bunch of pictures today. All right. Miguelito. I love that name. That's what I call a lot of people, actually. Best light for a 20 long with Zoas and torch. I like the Zoomed. I like the Zoomed LED. I'm thinking about taking the Kessel off my small tank, by the way. Love that zoom in. Lisa says, I have the Coral Life T5 fixture coming, but Canada Post is on strike. Just my luck. Son of a biznatch for Lisa. The post office is on strike. Lisa's dream is a 180, but realistically a 120. Can you fit either one in the house, Lisa? Julie would like to play Trash Pandas. I feel confident that I can beat Greg. Julie, I would definitely like to team up with you. Maybe we can go out and have some apps and some drinks and see how we can make one Trash Panda bond to take down Gregory, because that would kill him. And then we could hold it over him forever. First of all, look at this, Huckleberry in the curtains. I'm already the Trash Panda king. So for you to come over, on my side of the Trash Panda street and collab with me, we could totally take him down easily. Lisa has a big giant walk-in. That's what we need, fish tanks in the walk-in. Extreme Gamer asks, I don't even know where I am in the chat here. I just scrolled down way too far. Extreme Gamer has, do you know why my hammer and frog spawn won't open up? I do not. Check your salinity, check the flow. Check the salinity first, then check the temperature, and then make sure they're not getting blasted by like a power head or something. I would guess would be the first three things. If Rico's still here, I'm sure he can give you a better answer than that. Daniel, go follow my 10-gallon nano tank series, and then I have another 13.5 gallon. I have tons of corals and fish that have just worked just fine in that one. Well, Extreme Gamer says everything is perfect. Everything cannot be perfect because they're not opening up. So there's got to be at least one thing wrong. All right, Huckleberry, sit. Go get your bone. Billy Pipes is in the house. Billy, you got to email me, dude. I feel terrible about that shirt. Trust me. And I was talking about it forever. Oh, now he's waiting by the door for his mega box. Yeah, the Dolphins suck now. Well, I don't care. Good for the Pats anyway. Yeah, seriously, Billy. I'm not even fucking with you. I feel super bad about that shirt. I even told Greg how bad I felt. But I didn't know what else to bring you. Like, it wasn't like I just was like, fuck Billy. Like, I really had been thinking about it. You can ask Greg. I've been was asking about it like every day for like months before the show. So I do apologize. But I will get you something even better than a t-shirt plus a t-shirt. Just send your shipping address over to the My Aquarium Box at Gmail, please. Thank you, Sage or Sage. No, we don't ship boxes to South Africa. Sorry. Yes, Billy. Please tell Greg to go do that. He's in timeout. He's in the t-shirt timeout chair. I have this dog. His name is Huckleberry Finley. And when he wants to be pet, I've had labs my whole life. He is the most annoying lab on the planet when it comes to being pet. He's persistent, extremely persistent. Oh, now I gotta relax. Chill out for a minute. Billy, don't worry, I'm gonna hook you up. First of all, Billy, I gotta ask you, do you have one of those Aquari clips if you're still here? Unlucky Eddie from the middle of nowhere is in the house. Did you have a wrench, Billy? I never noticed that. Do you need one? Do you want one? I can give you one. There you go. Have fun with it. Did another wrench take a wrench away? Is that even possible? I don't know. Hey, thanks, Carol. Appreciate that super chat. This is actually, so I am confused as well. So this is the first super chat of the night. I think we've been on for about an hour. Got 40 people watching. Don't get too many super chats. Don't mind, but obviously I appreciate them. Thank you very much, Carol. That's extremely nice of you. Even a $2 super chat is the shit, because that's, 10 cents I get, and Google gets $1.90. Greg is the one wrench to rule them all. It would have to be a battle to the death between Lisa and Greg for the wrench of my live stream, I'd have to say. I don't know. Greg, that would be another game you might lose. But Billy, I am going to hook you up. I really, sincerely, like, you can even friggin' ask Greg. I had been talking about it forever. And I was like, you cannot, like, we cannot screw this up. I don't like to mess with people, especially people that I've promised things to. And it just was the only thing. And I really am sorry. Julian. Whoa. Thanks for your videos. You helped me out when I started a couple. Thank you, Julian. $20 super chat from Julian. That's awesome. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for watching too. Dave's in the house. He says, thanks for the koozie, also known as his banana hammock. I met Dave for like half a second, and then me and Dave are talking, and then I turned to the left, and O is talking to me, and I turn back. Dave's long gone. Like, so I talked to Dave for like half a second, and then O friggin' talked my ear off for like 2 hours. By the time O like left to go talk to somebody else, I had been looking up because he's like him and Billy are like 7 feet tall. And I was looking up like this for so long. I had like the most stiffest neck ever. It was hilarious. Oh, Billy says, I'm not mad, bro. Been watching you for years. Thanks, Billy. Well, I just want you to know I appreciate it. And it was super nice to meet you. The story you told me about how we were talking about our like toughening up our kids, and when your daughter hit her teeth and she was like, oh, don't worry, Dad, I'm not going to cry. And you at that moment were like, oh my God, I've been trying to teach my kids to be way too hard. Like, I've had those moments. So when you told me that story, I felt the same way. Oh, Billy has now professed his love for Greg, which, no, cannot happen. 60-gallon rimless tank with stand and free gifts for the first 50 customer. I hope I win. Well, Donut, I hope you win too. That would be cool. Actually, I've never owned a 60. I don't know the dimensions of a 60. I hate 55s. I love 40 breeders. I love 75s. Hawk, come on, dude. Get out of here, bud. Come on, buddy. Go lay down. I might have to go let him out. He can bomb around for a little while. Yeah, I've never owned a 60. I don't even know what dimensions. Thank you so much, Carol. Thank you so much, Billy. And thank you so much, Julian, for all the super chats. It's definitely appreciated. Big time. I'd be here either way, but it's awesome that you guys do that. Yeah, Lisa, Hucky is like up my butt right now. He's all hyper. All right, Hucky doos. Okay, Bubba. Probably wants to go to bed. He actually loves to go to bed, this dog. Excuse me. We'll probably call it in a couple minutes. Just wanted to get on and talk about the aquatic experience. If anybody has any questions, please ask. Julian super chatted. If you have any questions, bring it on home. We've got all sorts of wrenches in the house. I text with Dustin often, but I never got a chance to talk to Dustin because, well, I mean, we talked briefly, but he's so busy at his booth. We were busy at our booth. Really tough to hang with him. I went over to the YouTube booth. Will do, Carol. I went over to the YouTube booth for, briefly. It was very tough to hang around with everybody when you have your own booth because, you're responsible to try to promote your product and make sure you're talking to your fans and you're selling whatever's at the booth, educating people on fish. And then when you have fans come up that want to talk about stuff, those are the best because you want to give them the time to talk about their tanks. And so getting over to the YouTube booth was a little bit difficult. But this, like, guys, if you guys want to go to the Aquatic Experience, definitely show up because there are tons and tons of YouTubers and tons of vendors and just like so much cool stuff to hang out with and look at. and contest, and oh my God, I've never seen a fish this pretty, and I've never seen a fish this big or this small, and look at that scape, and I didn't even know this existed. And that's sort of like why we love my aquarium boxes, because, and this is sort of a self promote, but in like a sincere way, is you sometimes get, most of the time you get things that you didn't even know existed or aren't even on the market yet. And Greg sources this stuff out and puts it in your box. And you might not like this thing, but the other three things you're like, holy shit, I didn't even know this was around. And so you go to these shows and it's like the same thing. You're walking around and you're like, that's cool. Look at that. What the frig is that? And then you walk over there and the person at the booth is telling you what it's all about, what it does, and you're like, I didn't even know this existed. Like, I want this on my tank, and that's some really exciting stuff. Like, I did love that about that. I should just GoPro it next year and just put a GoPro on, because I'll never actually take my phone out. And I'm like, oh, wait a sec. Can you explain that to me again? Hold on. Record. Okay, now do that exact same thing what you just did to me. Like, I just never have it like out and ready to go. Hey, look at what Huckleberry just did. He took the head off of one of Lila's. Let's try to get this on here. All right, there you go. Should my thumbnail be this? That would probably not be that good. Good job, Huckleberry. All right, let's get rid of that. All right, what's going on in the chat? Yeah, he did. That was funny. Well, I like to send him funky stuff every month in his My Aquarium box to give him a laugh. 60-gallon cube is 24, 24, 24. Okay, yeah. So my cube downstairs, I mean, I guess mine's not exactly a cube. It's 36, 36 by 24, which is beautiful. I love the footprint of it. I love the fact that you can walk around all sides, like all three out of the four sides, and you have a different view of the tank. It's gorgeous. Absolutely love that tank. Mike, what vids do you do on your nanos? I only have one nano, and I mean, when I do an update, I do an update. That 13.5 nano is, nothing's really going on with it. It's just like, it's there. It's got a lot of mushrooms and zoas like spreading, healthy fish, healthy rock, clean water, but I haven't touched it or done anything with it in such a long time. Not really interested in that tank right now, besides doing maintenance to keep it healthy. I know sometimes you get excited about a tank and you stay excited, like you want to see what the tank's doing when you get home. That tank is not one of those tanks. That tank I set up and for Rico's Nano Challenge, and I happened to coincide with when I was getting a sponsored tank. And then I set it up. It looks gorgeous. The rock work, the magnetic frag racks in the back that I made, everything about it looks cool. But I just I'm not really. The tank does not excite me at this moment in time. I have to be like loving the tank, or it has to be like, well, it is self-sustaining pretty much besides a water change. But yeah, so long story, super long. I'm not excited about it. All right. Night, Greggy. Go to bed. Oh, do you have to get up for work tomorrow? My aquarium box work, he does. The Patriots hat gang. Well, I'm a born and bred Pats fan. Thank you, Donut Tech. I do appreciate that. I'm here for your entertainment. I have a lot of videos. Well, I shouldn't say I have a lot of videos coming out soon, because I have no videos recorded. But I have a lot of videos to shoot on a bunch of upcoming things I'm going to be doing, especially since the winter's starting. You know, summer's out of the way. You're stuck in the house, and I have this whole new fascination with bettas that That's going to be really cool. I can't wait to do a bunch of stuff with that. And I got the first tank on the way, so that's going to be fun. Always love setting up new tanks. Really like super cool. Best thing. I do appreciate, by the way, everybody's super chats. Julian's super chat just ended. I don't know, whatever you call it, but that was awesome. Super chat. Billy, Carol. I don't have like the list next to me, but everybody that super chatted, that's really awesome. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna call it probably at 10:45. An hour is good. An hour's a real good live stream. We've had 40 to 50 to I think maybe we had 60 people watching at one time. So that's super awesome. Yes, go Pats Tate. Live streams, especially, it's like super tough to schedule them because then you have to stick to that schedule, especially if people are like waiting for you. So I don't really schedule them. I've learned to just like I know like today I was like I'm probably gonna go on a live stream tonight as long as I get the things I need to get done. But if I scheduled the live stream and then I was rushing around to make sure I made it because I didn't get something done, then oop, where's my phone? Who's that? All right, that's my wife. Wow, she's never watched any of my shows. But anyway, 10:45. Time to go. Dilly dilly. Thank you for watching. Thanks for sticking around. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Rico, Greg, Rack. Thanks for all the wrenches moderating the channel. Dilly dilly. Go Red Sox. Go Pats. And I'm out.